the very first in-studio guest of 2025 here on The Move.
And
this one is definitely worth
one
it.
of my favorite instruments, a guitar.
Yeah, so
that's
today's
awesome.
going to be definitely a good one. It's a treat indeed. Thank you so much to Uwineza for joining us in our studios. This is a South African rising musician here who is unveiling her debut album with us titled You're Gonna Hate It. She's got quite a journey with music on her own, and we're going to be unpacking that journey and going through this particular album, understanding the journey, being a part of it, and of course exploring the music together. Uwineza, thank you so much for joining us on The Move. Welcome to Channel Africa. How's your new year so far?
It's really great. I have a few New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
Oh, want to share?
I told
With strangers?
I told this to my best friend. I said I want to be taken more seriously.
Oh, I love that.
But she laughed when I said
Oh, that's cool. But that's a cool resolution.
yes.
That's a cool resolution.
And I think it's coming true because we're taking you seriously. The music is already sounding incredible. Well, tell us about yourself. This is great because this is the first time we're having someone in our studios in this year. And I think it's a really great way to kickstart the new year. But who is Uwineza?
Oh my goodness. I think she definitely likes to make music.
Yeah.
And art, and she's a hopeless romantic for sure.
Oh, nice. It sounds a little bit like a Johnny Mitchell.
Really.
And how did you kind of find your voice? Because what you do is completely interesting. We've got Amapiano dominating the themes. It's a humdrum now. Everyone is doing the same thing. But it seems like you're going the eclectic route, a little bit of pop rock there. Who are your artists? What are you listening to? Because you are a different artist.
My biggest inspiration is Corinne Bailey Ray. I don't know if you guys know.
Oh, she's cool. Yeah.
Just
Have you heard her latest
Yes,
album?
of course. I saw her in Zurich.
Oh, you're so lucky.
It
I'm
was
so
the
jealous.
best day ever.
Nice.
Definitely Dominic Fike as well. Also managed to see him live in concert.
Yeah.
Recently, actually, I've been visiting lots of concerts and actually observing them more like it's an exam seeing the routine of it.
Sure.
Manifesting.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, definitely. Also like South African artists. I don't know if you guys know Zuri.
Yes.
Yes.
We play Zuri sometimes on our show here.
Hopefully a collab there. We'll see.
And what got you into that kind of sound though? Was it your upbringing? Were you listening to that kind of style?
I think so, but also I don't know. Radiohead is also a big inspiration. You just feel it. Just anything where I feel goosebumps, I like. And the sound, I don't know. I don't particularly go for a certain sound. It just happens. It's just very cathartic. It's like when you need to go. It's like needing to eat or go to the bathroom.
And speaking about your music, I mean, it's not just your voice, but of course, instruments play a huge part in who you are and what you do. Tell us a little bit about that journey, because you played quite a number of instruments. Today, you brought us the guitar, but I know that you've been disciplined in quite a few of them and have also experienced them within the music scene.
So I went to school at Rodin, and there in grade 5, they made us do a chain of different instruments.
Okay.
And the saxophone really, really stuck. And I ended up doing lessons for 5 years. And I was trained in classical saxophone, and I'd always have to lug this really big saxophone with me. There's a hill that goes, I'd play water polo, and then I'd have to carry it up. It was like a kilometer hill, and
Did the bag have wheels?
No. But I play saxophone, and also there's these jam sessions every Monday that I go to play them.
Nice.
And also quite a lot of piano, now recently guitar. There's something magical about each instrument, and they feel different.
It's funny that you said now recently the guitar, but from what we heard in that particular song, it doesn't sound like it's a recent thing for you.
Yeah.
But obviously, all instruments are like home to you, and I guess you learn quite quickly, but also you know how to really allow you and the instrument to influence one another in music. So how did you decide that was going to be your thing? You weren't going to stand on stage and just sing, but you're going to incorporate your love for instrumentation within your sound.
Honestly, it feels like I'm not whole if I'm not on the stage with the instrument as well. It would be like giving like half of me. And also lots of my friends and family who've seen me play, when my producer Nico would play like guitar for me for a few gigs versus the songs where I'd take the guitar myself. Completely different performance, completely different feeling. I think that a performance is supposed to be a journey, or like you're going on a flight with the audience and with everyone else, and you're in the moment. And with the guitar, I don't really, or any instrument, I don't worry as much about anyone else. It just feels like I'm here, and it feels really amazing that people have taken their time to also be there, and it's a really beautiful mixture. And yeah, without the instrument, there'd be something missing.
Well, we're here to unpack a brand new journey for you, which is your debut album. And I'm sure it takes a while to get to a point where you say, this is the offering that I want the world to see me through. This is the lens that I want people to be introduced to me through. But it's titled, You're Gonna Hate It. So how are we going to love it if we're gonna hate it? We'll find out about that after the break. We're hanging out with Uwineza in our studio. Apparently it's about love and heartbreak. And these are the experiences that many of us
it makes sense.
go through.
Then it makes sense.
Hang out with Uwineza in our Channel Africa studios. Let us know what you think. +27 63 406 9126.
Voice there of a beautiful lady who's with us in studio, Uwineza. You remind me of someone I've been listening to a lot this year, last year. I'm still catching up with the years, right? There's a lady who's by the name of Ayo. You know Ayo?
Yes, I saw her in concert too.
Yeah. You kind of remind me of her. Just the vibe and the spirit of the music and the lyricism. How do you theme your songs? Is it basically maybe you have a concept of an album, or do you just have moments where you're chilling and jamming, or you're thinking about your life? Are you an Adele as well?
Yes.
Telling your heartbreak stories in real life?
The latter, everything is completely right on the mark.
Sure.
I mean, I guess it's really things that are inside of me that I don't know how else to express. My roommate says I'm a really, really happy person. But like sometimes when I write a song and I'm hearing and I'm like, whoa, this is a bit dark. So I feel like...
But those expressions have to come out in some way or the other.
I mean, you have to channel them some way.
And I think also maybe like my mom and my dad are like, maybe they hear it and they're like, oh.
Are you okay?
But actually, yeah, it like oozes out of me, the emotion, and then it's on a beautiful song.
Sure.
And it's kind of like writing in your diary. But maybe just a more holistic in that sense. It's really like an embodied moment. Or sometimes I'll play like a chord, I'll be like, oh, this was the right one. And then I'll cry sometimes with it. It'll be like, where was that from?
Wow.
So yeah, it's definitely an Adele vibe because this is a heartbreak album on so many levels.
And let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, getting your music out there is something different to when you actually have them to yourself and when they're personal and you're busy working on them and you're telling stories about your real feelings. And then you have to let these babies go and flourish out there. Is that a nerve-wracking process, or do you feel like relieved when you just let the music go and share it with everyone else?
I feel relieved once I've made the song, but then the process when you're like uploading it and doing the mixes and masters, it's really nerve-wracking because of exactly that. It's not just for you anymore. You have to be vulnerable to everyone else.
Yes.
But the thing that gets me through it is that other people will relate to it too, because we're all going through such similar experiences. And it's so cool to sometimes be able to have someone say that they didn't know how to put it into words, but like the song made them feel a feeling they forgot they didn't know how to process.
Sure.
And even for me, that's if I'm feeling something, I'll go back to a song that I made a few months back. I'll be like, oh, it's so cool. It's almost like I wrote it.
Nice. Let's see that process. Pick up your guitar because you have your guitar with you and you're almost about to leave. So we can't just have you without you playing us something. And let's just see the process of your creativity. What do you want to share with us today?
I wanted to share you guys Tell Me. It's the first song that came. I hope you can hear the guitar enough with this.
Yeah, we will, definitely.
But yeah, this is kind of the queen song of the album because it represents a lot of the romantic rock, and also it's one of the first songs where I was really like, damn, I want to make music for real. So here it goes. see that I'm trying? Always has to be your way. Why is your mind so hard to change? So clueless of it all. How you love the fall. It's impossible to get with your moods. Can't you see that I'm trying? Tell me where you've been lately, stuck in those daydreams, wasting away it seems. But do you even care?
That was cool. Very, very cool.
There was
Incredible.
There was one
It
string.
was wonderful.
Oh,
It was
amazing.
wonderful. Like, you know, it's not like a song that like you just scream out woo. It's kind of like you have to think about it and kind of reflect on that. And it was a beautiful vibe.
I was a bit
Definitely.
nervous, I can't lie.
No. It was
That's
wonderful.
So great.
You know, like usually we scream and shout
Yeah.
and make a hoo-ha in the studio, but I don't think there was that moment today. I just think there was a very reflective song.
Yeah.
And I think it just speaks of the kind of artist you are. Where do you want to take this music thing? I mean, I think you are a prolific writer.
Yeah.
I think your lyricism is very strong.
Thank you.
Yeah, where do you want to take it?
I have 7 new songs coming up next year. 2 singles and 2 EPs. And I
Is
have
that next year, 2026?
No, this year. As in
This year?
this
This
month,
year?
Feb
Yeah.
and March.
Okay.
And I'm really excited actually.
Sure.
Some of them are in similar directions, others are going more, I like kind of rap in one of them,
Okay.
which is kind of crazy.
Okay.
But I have about 10 other songs where I need to find a producer who has time to record those too.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to make art and hopefully people resonate with it. And hopefully if one person hears my song and thinks, wow, that touched me, then I'm happy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Uwineza, where can we find this debut album? It sounds like it's going to be a real treat titled You're Gonna Hate It. And I think we're actually going to love it.
You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music. Oh, and actually, I need to shout out to one of my uni friends who made 6 music videos in a short film
Oh,
compilation on YouTube under Uwineza. Lais and Joe, they meant to be on film as their like little production company. And I'm super proud of like all of my creative friends who are also trying to do this and are up and coming. And I think that art should be a collective. It should be like a shared experience. It's not just I'm here alone now, but there's so many people who are like influencing me on the daily. I go to jams with my other friends, and I hope that we can all grow together and like bring a new wave of like art that isn't dictated by this one size fits all formula.
Yeah.
There's really space for that, I think.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. What are your handles again?
Papillon Fille on Instagram. It's like butterfly go, but you can search in Uwineza and I think
Okay.
you'll find it.
Cool.
So that's UWINEZA. So Uwineza, thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us.
Thank
You
you
are
guys
incredible.
so
much.
And I want you to stop, with that self-doubting language, because I think you are an incredible experience
Yeah, you
to
are.
be a part
You're
of.
amazing.
And even that one chord
Yeah.
with your voice was incredible.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
mean,
looking
it
forward to
was
see where you
fantastic.
No self-doubting. I think that it's
Never.
an experience like we were all here in the
Yeah.
moment. That's what live is for. Even if you have a
Yeah.
mistake, everyone's kind of feeling it. It's charismatic.
Yeah.
It's a
And there's
shared
like always
experience.
like different responses to certain moments, and I think this was a different moment where we just were like in awe.
Thank you. I was too scared to look up. I was just looking down the whole time.
Well, thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
That's
Fantastic.
Uwineza right here on Channel Africa. Heard it for the first time right here on The Move. The debut album is titled You're Gonna Hate It.